In the heart of the Peloponnese, in a valley guarded by the rugged Taygetus Mountains, rose a city-state like no other in history. Sparta, a society forged in iron, where the walls were not made of stone, but of the disciplined bodies of its warriors. Born from the ashes of the Dark Ages, the unification of 4 villages created a state that would dominate the Greek world through sheer force of will. The defining moment of Spartan history was the conquest of Messenia, a 20-year struggle that turned a city into a military machine. The conquered became helots, state-owned serfs who outnumbered their masters 10 to 1, creating a permanent internal threat. To suppress the helots and preserve order, the lawgiver Lycurgus established a totalizing constitution that regulated every aspect of life. At age 7, the state claimed every Spartan boy. They entered the agoge, a brutal education designed to break the individual and forge the soldier. Raised in hardship, they were taught to endure extreme cold, hunger, and pain, with absolute obedience as the only path to survival. Sparta was unique, ruled by 2 hereditary kings from different bloodlines, ensuring that no single man could seize absolute power. But the true executive power lay with the 5 ephors, overseers elected annually to ensure the kings and citizens followed the law. Spartan women were the freest in Greece, trained in athletics to be strong mothers of the next generation of warriors. To maintain control over the helots, the secret police known as the Cryptaia hunted those who would dare defy the Spartan system. The phalanx was an unbreakable wall of bronze and courage, where every man's life depended on the man standing beside him. In 480 BC, the greatest threat arrived from the east. The Persian Empire sought to extinguish the light of Greece. King Leonidas and 300 elite Spartans held the pass at Thermopylae for 3 days against hundreds of thousands of Persians. Though they were annihilated, their stand became the eternal symbol of resistance against overwhelming tyranny. The following year at Plataea, the Spartan-led coalition delivered the final blow, ending the Persian invasion of Greece. But in 464 BC, a massive earthquake struck Laconia, triggering a devastating Helot revolt that brought the city to the brink of collapse. The Peloponnesian War pitted the land power of Sparta against the naval might of Athens in a struggle for total control of Greece. For decades, the war raged on, a brutal stalemate that drained the resources and the souls of every city-state involved. In 405 BC, with Persian gold, the Spartan admiral Lysander finally destroyed the Athenian fleet at Aegospotami. Athens surrendered. The age of Spartan hegemony had begun, but their heavy-handed rule quickly turned friends into enemies. The root of the fall was numbers. The class of full Spartan citizens was rapidly shrinking, a crisis known as oliganthropia. In 371 BC, at the Battle of Leuctra, the legend of Spartan invincibility was shattered by the Theban general Epaminondas. Deprived of their helot labor and their agricultural base, the Spartan military machine collapsed almost overnight. Under Roman rule, Sparta became a minor curiosity, its ancient rituals performed only for the amusement of visiting tourists. In 396 CE, the Visigoths finally destroyed the city, ending 1,000 years of continuous Spartan history. The Spartan shield was the center of their world. To return without it was the ultimate disgrace to the state. Vigilance was the price of survival as the Spartans watched their borders and their subjects with unblinking eyes. Luxury was despised. Their infamous black broth was a symbol of the asceticism that defined the Spartan character. The strength of the state lay in the hands of the equals, a brotherhood of warriors that dominated an age of blood and bronze. The river flows on, but the thundering hooves and the clashing bronze of the Spartans are silent at last. But the legacy of the Spartans remains, a testament to the power of the human will and the cost of total discipline. Famous for their laconic speech, the Spartans valued action over words, a philosophy that made them legendary. The reflection of Sparta remains in our history books, a reminder of a culture that prioritized duty above all else. They were a storm that passed, but their name will never be forgotten as long as courage is valued across the world. Thank you for watching the rise and fall of Sparta. The legends of the hoplites live on,